Forgotten Hole. Womb of Mother. Warrior's Grave. I'll give you Blood Clot. Increases spell power by 50% when your mana is below 50%. Increases magic critical chance by 10. (15 endurance). Well, look who it is.
Oh, you're here. Good. I was just... well, I'm not sure what I was doing. Feels like there's something in the air, doesn't it? Something waiting.
Hob, you seem different, restless.
Ah, you feel it too, don't you? The air's heavy here, like it knows something's coming. I've wandered far, seen much, but this feels like the end of the road for me.
The end? Your journey?
Aye, my journey. Whatever's waiting out there, be it fate or something greater, I think it's calling me home. Funny, isn't it? I spent so long drifting, only to feel tethered now.
You're not afraid?
Afraid? No. Curious, maybe. A little sad, too. But not afraid. We all have our stories, don't we? Mine's nearing its final chapter. And while I'd love to keep reading, the book has to close sometime.
Why here? Why the forlorn swords?
I think it's the weight of it all. The stories of the Dalriata, their triumphs, their failures. It feels like I'm standing at the heart of something greater. Maybe this is where I'm meant to let go.
You don't know what's waiting for you, do you?
No, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Life's last secret, waiting to be unveiled. If this is my final stop, I'll face it with open eyes. But tell me, friend, what about you? What will you do when your journey reaches its end?
First I need to finish my journey. I'm not sure how long it will take.
Ah, the unknown. Both a burden and a gift. Just remember, the end isn't always what we expect. It's the steps we take along the way that shape who we are. Safe travels, child. May fate be on your side.
Aw man, memory shard. Called Reach. About the capital of Dalriata. What do you think of Gerfnar's stance? Does war make any sense?
War never makes sense. It is a tool for survival. Had I refused to wage war against the Foredwellers, humanity would never have survived on Avalon. So if Gerfhanna declares war on Camelot, Avalon will once again drown in blood. But don't ask me what I think of it. Through your eyes, I see that Camelot is no longer the place I left behind.
What did the capital look like in your time?
When I gave the forlorn swords to the tribes of the Dalrita, there was nothing of substance here. A few abandoned giant caves, the occasional lone pillar, nothing more. What stands now must have arisen after my time. And I must admit, I'm impressed with how they've made it their own. Their resilience speaks for itself.
Okay, endurance. More damage on full life. And I won't take anything here. I'll just leave it the way it is. Lake of the Primordial Beast. Buddy. The Weaver's Sanctum. This is what Pale Lady told me to find. Receiving unblocked damage covers your weapon with frost for 10 seconds, increasing damage dealt by 2% and chilling enemies. Increases max mana. And that's it.
The center cannot hold, little prince. The fall, it is already here. Step further and see for yourself. And so you have arrived. I look at you and I feel what you humans call resentment and bitterness.
What happened? What happened?
Lies and lost purpose. That is what happened. The Pale Lady managed to create places full of accumulated weirdness. I thought that those were gifts from her. For all those centuries we spent together. A vote of thanks for creating you. But no. After our second meeting, I grasped from the very beginning I was used. All my attempts to weave a new Foredweller. How utterly meaningless it all was.
Where are we?
A place that was once my workshop. I spent decades here unraveling the secrets of threads of the weirdness. Eventually, I learned enough about the structure of pure potential to weave life itself. Before that, my kin emerged from the depths of Tuathan, born out of the chaos. We couldn't control that. You, my prince, were my greatest pride. The most beautiful creation I ever wove.
Do you bear grudge against me?
Yes, it consumes me entirely. I feel like I want you to die. I regret creating you. I regret that you lived and still live. I regret that your death, Prince, was not final. Regret. Regret, regret. So much regret.
I'm sorry you feel this way.
If you had never come to be, or if the Pale Lady had not desired to have you, none of this would have come to pass. She looked at the humans and wished to be like them. She wanted to be a mother. You too. Everything that has happened over the last 6 centuries, it is all because of you. It has to end.
Accept it as it is, the world is ruled by forces far greater than us.
No, the world is chaos. Fate is governed by threads of events that seem unrelated. Yet they weave together in knots. Knots that tighten, growing stronger and exerting greater influence on everything around them. The Pale Lady, the Prince, and the once and future King Arthur, they have all had far too great an impact on reality. This ends here and now. I'm deeply sorry it has come to this.
I love that he wields 2 shields. Weaver of the Weirdness Helm. Regenerates 1% of max mana per second. Increases spell power by 50%. Decreases mana regen by 50%. Spell power by 30%. Decreases movement speed multiplier by 20. Increases mana regen by up to 10 depending on the missing health. That looks cool. Increases critical damage by 50%. Increases casting speed by 50%. I may end up using these. They seem really nice. Oh, and I also got Four Dweller Life Spindle. Which is what Pale Lady told me to get. Your max health is equal to your max stamina. Your max stamina is equal to your max mana. Your max mana is equal to your max health. And that's it. I can leave. Now there is something really cool here. Excuse me. What's this guy doing here? Also, ooh la la.
Ah, there you are. My, you're even more beautiful up close. Such strong, shapely arms. Say, would you do me a tiny little favor?
What do you need my help with?
There was a terrible storm not long ago. It was so fierce it even woke the abyssal terror. The sea's fury was so great, it swept one of my treasure boxes onto the shore. It's still out there somewhere in the sand. But now that the waters are calm, I can't reach it. Will you help me, beautiful mortal? I miss my little trinkets so very much.
Is it really so important?
Well, not to you, perhaps. But that box is dear to my heart. My sisters and I spent many tides gathering our treasures. Once we have enough, we'll offer them to a sea witch, and in return, she'll grant us human legs for a day. We'll be able to dance with beautiful mortals until sundown. Maybe I'll even get to dance with you.
What's in it for me?
Oh, don't worry. I'd never let my beautiful mortal go unrewarded, especially after working so hard for a silly little thing like this.
Fine, I'll do it.
Oh, thank you. I'll stay here and enjoy the view.
I'll do this right away. There's the chest. Was next to the drowner.
The longer you stay near me, the harder it will be to leave. I promise you that.
I have your treasure box.
Oh, thank you so much, my sweet, sweet mortal. You worked so hard to get it. I saw everything from here, and I must confess, I couldn't look away. Your body is so strong, yet so elegant. I watched you, and my fingers ached to trace every line of you. It was all-consuming. Have you ever felt that way, my beautiful mortal? Like your whole body was burning, and only another's touch could quench the flame?
Yes, I have.
Then I envy the one who touched you like that. I want to wipe every memory of them from your skin and leave you aching only for me. I feel the strangest pull toward you, as if you've stolen my very senses, made me yearn in ways I never knew I could.
Alright, I have King Arthur inside me, so that's probably it.
I do not know this Arthur you speak of. I am a Morgan. I care nothing for mortal kings. My kind bows only to the sea. No, it's you, my beautiful mortal. Just you. It's your eyes I long to gaze into. Your arms I want wrapped around me. Your lips I ache to feel against mine.
Are you sure it's not hunger?
Oh, but it is. Just not the kind you fear. Though I wouldn't mind tasting your flesh, feeling it warm and alive beneath my lips. In fact, I'd like that very much.
I've never been with someone like you.
Good. Morgans are possessive creatures. And none of my sisters will ever have you. None of them deserve you. I want you for myself. I want to drive you mad with desire. I want you to think about my touch for the rest of your mortal life. All you have to do is come closer.
Move.
That's it. Just give in to me, my beautiful mortal. Let me show you a Morgan's passion.
The touch of her cold, wet lips douses the flames of your desire. As her claws break the skin of your neck, you begin to realize just how much of a fool you've been. You try to struggle, but her grip is unyielding. Before you can cry out, she pulls you down into the frigid depths. You open your mouth in a silent scream as her teeth sink into your flesh. The darkness that follows feels almost like mercy.
Arthur is face palming now. He's like, you idiot!
Is come closer.
No, thank you.
No? What? I mean, you do not know what you're refusing, mortal. I could give you pleasures your mortal lovers could never even imagine offering to you. I see the way you look at me. I feel the longing you try so hard to hide. There's no shame in it. I feel it too. Just come closer.
No.
Fine. As you wish. It's your decision. Even if it haunts your nights for the rest of your life. Well, I suppose you still deserve something for your trouble. Here. You can have the treasure box. I've lost my appetite for mortals.
Caustic Wrath. Shoots a large poison projectile. And that's it. I love how she's like, no? She's not used to people turning her down. I think you can also kill her. Let me see. There we go. She only has a mace. Old Weirdstone Mine. Probably gonna go there soon. Ish. Look at this guy.
Begone, unworthy one. No one has the right to challenge Trigva the Unbeaten to a duel without the blessing of the Ulfa tribe.
endurance. And here I'll take spell power.
Not another step. You. Who are you? And why do you think you belong here?
I go where I please, and I please where I go.
Not here, you don't. Ulfraland ain't for outsiders. Not unless the voice of the tribe says otherwise. Trust me, I wouldn't let you in if you were King Arthur himself. Especially not him. He'd have a sword up his ass before he took a step past this gate.
That's the matter. Gurfnar sent me.
Seal looks real enough. Fine. Go on in. But don't cause trouble. We don't take kindly to outsiders sticking their noses where they shouldn't.
Hey, you! Gefon sent you, didn't he? To summon us for the moot.
More or less, how do you know?
Just because we live up in the mountains doesn't mean we don't know what's happening in the wider world. Well, that works out perfectly. My father's been looking for someone for outside the tribes to help him with something. That's all I know. He didn't tell me much, but he sounded really serious. He told me to bring the first person I came across. His name is Strana. Please, go meet him at his forge. You can't miss it.
Well, look who it is.
Oi, don't I know you from somewhere?
Conquer? We were imprisoned together in the dungeons of Island Asylum.
Aye, that's it. I knew you looked familiar. It's good to see a fellow survivor from that cursed hole. Tell me, friend, how did you manage it? That hooded fellow helped you, didn't he? I need to know everything.
Yeah, Caradoc. I'm not sure how I feel about him yet.
If you've got the guts to dislike the man who saved your life, he must have really done something to rub you the wrong way. You know, among the Dalriada, when someone saves your life, you owe them a debt until you can repay it. Usually by saving theirs. But now that I think about it, you don't have to like them. Respect is enough. So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
About uniting the tribes. Gurfan sent me to gather them for the moot.
Good. It's about time. These tribes have had their heads so far up their own arses, acting like their problems are the only ones that matter. Well, who doesn't have problems, eh? Back in Arthur's time, we stood as one. Now, we're so damn stubborn we can't see past our own noses. It's bloody senseless.
The Dalriata have allied with Horns of the South, who've broken ties with Camelot.
You're joking? One Eye's rebellion actually worked? Ha! Now that's a twist I didn't see coming. Never cared for One Eye, but credit where it's due. He pulled off something impressive. Now all that's left is to rally the other tribes, get word to One Eye, and boom! We've got ourselves a foothold in the south.
What do you think of Thrigve?
Not my chieftain, not my problem. We Gunvalder worshipped our own giant. Wasn't exactly lively when I left the village, but now it's glowing. No one knows why. The Thoid called it a blessing. Told all the Dalriada they should rejoice. But if you ask me, they got scared. Maybe that's why no other tribe helped. Not Ulfr, not Volker, nor even Thoid, who told us to be happy about our giant.
Why didn't the Ulfr tribe help the Gunvalder tribe?
Who knows? I wasn't here when Camelot attacked my tribe. I was already rotting in the asylum. If I had been, they wouldn't have pushed us back to the keep, or maybe I'd have died an honourable death. I only know this. Thrygve forbade it, and the Ulfrats obey him like hounds chasing their master, even now in his current form.
Same old, the world is ending. The weirdness is scaring the wits out of people. Just another day.
Sounds about right. That's why I wanted to get back to my own people. Why should I risk my neck for outsiders? They've always treated us Dalriada like we're some necessary evil. Sure, they're nice enough when you're useful, but once it's over, they look at you like you're a stray dog. Nay, thanks. Dalriada will always be Dalriada, even if they're not my own tribe.
No. You're not a Dalriata, and you're too scrawny. Wouldn't make much of an impression.
What are you on about?
I was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight, so Concha would see it and say, "Bloody hell, that Thyka's strong. I'd love to wrestle her." But with you, it just wouldn't work.
I'm strong enough to fight you.
No. This needs someone with a bit more meat on their bones. But thanks for the offer.
What do you see in Conquer?
Just look at him. Those shoulders, like he could tear limbs off. Those massive fists, must have crushed dozens of skulls. And the scars, look how long and thick they are. He's taken so many blows and he's still walking, breathing, like nothing ever happened.
Doesn't it bother you that he's from another tribe?
What does that matter when he's as strong as an Ulfr? Sure, there are things he still needs to learn about us, but I'd help him with that.
So that's how Ulfrites court people?
How else could it be? What do your people do when they want to, you know?
Let's see. Knights fight in tournaments for a lady's honor.
And the women don't fight. They just sit and watch. Mata, I'd die of boredom.
They write romantic letters.
Look at me. Can you picture me writing romantic letters?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
They give little gifts, jewelry, embroidered handkerchiefs, flowers.
Handkerchiefs? Like he's got a cold? How the hell does a handkerchief show him I can fight? Well, I could give him a good wallop.
Good idea. Hit him. That will definitely work.
Oh, I wish. But I don't want to hurt him either. It's so stupid. I'm acting like some daft Camelot girl around him. Ugh.
Tell me about Thrygve.
Our chieftain? What's there to say? He's the strongest, so he leads. Even if the giant hadn't marked him, no one would have matched him. We'll talk again someday.
So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
Attach relic. What do I add to you? Thunderstone. Max mana. Mana. Health. Even more health. Stamina regen. Mana regen. Stamina. Incoming healing, I guess. Stamina, stamina. Okay.
Egil sent you, did he? I'm Stroner, a blacksmith. What brings you to our village?
Garfan sent me. He's calling for the moot.
That kind of order should go straight to Thrigvi, though I doubt he'd be eager to leave his throne. Until a new chieftain is chosen, Thrigvi won't attend the moot.
The voice of the tribe sent me to help with whatever is stopping you from coming.
Well, that's good news. You're just the kind of person I've been hoping for. To help with Thrigvi, that is.
What's going on with your chieftain?
Thrigvi always dreamed of surpassing mortal strength, of becoming as mighty as the giants. He became obsessed with the lone pillar near our village. The Ulfar might not be known for their writing, but we have our legends. Thrigvi found out the pillar was a place where giants entrusted their souls to the Fore-dwellers, whatever that means. So we had a throne forged into the pillar and sat on it during a weird night. What happened after that changed everything for our tribe.
Let me guess, he went mad.
I wouldn't call it madness. Thrigvi stopped being human. He grew to a monstrous size and gained unimaginable strength. He became something other. After that, human concerns no longer mattered to him. Yet he's still Ulfar, bound by our customs and rules. It might not mean much to an outsider, but trust me, it's a very dangerous situation.
Can't you choose new chieftain?
We tried. The moment we declared a new chieftain, Thrigvi appeared out of nowhere and killed the contender with a single blow. Then, like nothing had happened, he returned to his slumber. After that, the Ulfar began worshipping him like a god. Hard to believe, considering our disdain for magic and religion, isn't it? Yet, here we are. Don't be surprised if you hear them singing his praises or fawning over him like fools. They're terrified of his power, although none of them will admit it.
Tell me about your tribe.
The Ulfar are a proud people, always the first to charge into battle. For us, an honourable fight is the greatest glory and duty. We are also renowned for our blacksmiths, the finest and the forlorn swords. Our weapons and armour are unmatched all across Avalon. But now we've lost our way. When Gunvaldr called for aid, and Tryggvi forbade us from going, most of us stayed behind. It's the greatest shame of our tribe, and I know many feel the same.
Why did Tryggvi forbid you from helping another tribe?
I don't know for sure. Tryggvi doesn't speak much these days, not in his current state, but I have a theory it probably had something to do with the awakening giant of the Gunvaldr tribe. Many tribes envied them for it, and Tryggvi has a special connection to the giants. Maybe that played a role in his decision.
You could have gone anyway. A foolish chieftain doesn't have to be obeyed.
Not in the Ulfr tribe. Disobeying the chieftain's order means exile and losing your name, and for a Dalrita, nothing is more shameful than becoming nameless.
Are you just a blacksmith, or do you belong to Stone Warden Brotherhood?
Ah, so you've met some of my brothers already. You wouldn't ask that if you hadn't. Since you know about the Stone Wardens, I'll tell you the truth. Yes, I'm a member, and the Ulfr village is our unofficial capital. Darvan himself resides here, Gerfan's own brother, and our leader.
How can I help you with Tryggvi?
The only way to remove an Ulfr chieftain is through an honourable duel, but there's no honour in fighting something like him. Perhaps my mentor Darvan knows how to defeat him. He won't tell me. He says he's afraid I'd try to face Tryggvi myself, and honestly, he's probably right. If I knew how to bring him down, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But Darvan thinks if our plans were discovered, I wouldn't live to see another day. He's probably right about that too. My brothers have grown unpredictable.
I'll deal with Tryggvi.
Are you mad? Tryggvi is practically a demigod. No mortal can defeat him.
I'll go to Darvan to find what I need for the duel.
Smart choice. He lives in the second largest house in the village. You'll find it easily enough. I'll be here if you need anything else.
But I also need to sell stuff.
Ah, you're the outsider Vigdis's kid ran into. News like that travels fast around here. We don't talk to many outsiders these days. Well, even back in the day, we usually didn't talk to them all that much. More fighting rather than talking. But if you're here, that means it's for some reason. And that's good enough for me. What do you need?
Who are you?
I'm Hrafn, son of Tove and Isid. Like my father, I care about the armor of my tribe folk. I share the forge with Stronner. He makes weapons, I make sure the ones holding them stay alive. If you need something special, you'll find it here. Nothing will protect your hide better than Ulfr's coats.
How do you get along with Stronner?
He's more into tribe matters than I'll ever be, but that's his business. As a smith, he knows what he's doing, and he doesn't get in my way. We keep the forge running, and that's what counts.
Do you have the contact with other tribes?
And who would we be talking to exactly? There were only 2 neighboring tribes. The Gunvaldrs were slain to the last by Camelot. Not that it matters. They were a strange folk, dwelling in their haunted stronghold. And that leaves only one neighbor, the damn Theuds. They meddle in cursed magic, so no talking about them.
You mentioned the Gunvalders and Thoids, but what about other tribes?
What about them? The Volkers and the Sveins are on the far side of the Forlorn Swords. None of ours go that way. The Dalriada went their separate ways long ago. All that's left is some shared past. And trust me, nobody feels like talking about that.
So I won't get a single word, even about the neighboring Thoids?
You've got that right. As I said before, no talking about those scoundrels.
Tell me more about the situation in your tribe.
There's strife among the Ulfr. More and more are openly voicing their disagreement with Thrygva's rule. I find it hard to understand. The chieftain's word has always guided us, and Thrygva will remain chieftain until someone proves strong enough to defeat him in a duel. So, the strongest leads. The one blessed by the will of the giants. The one chosen by the lone pillar. There's no greater honor.
I have more questions about your tribe. Why are other members of your tribe against Thrygve?
Fear drives them. I believe that, like steel, a person is forged in fire. If we fail the trials ahead, it means we were unworthy of survival. As our chieftain's case has shown, tradition shouldn't strife us. There are times when it must be seen from a new perspective.
Tell me more about Ulfr duels.
Not just anyone can issue a challenge for a duel. First, they must be blessed by another member of the Ulfr. It's proof that they have the support of at least one among us. The rest is a matter of strength. Even our ancestors watch over these duels. It's a sacred tradition.
Tell me more about giants in Thrygve.
The giants lived in the Forlorn Swords once, but they were betrayed by King Arthur, the Oathbreaker. For centuries they slept until the Ulfr turned to them after Thrygva uncovered the secret of the pillar. He connected with those who once roamed the Forlorn Swords. He is closer to them than any other human has ever been. This land, and the will of the giants, speak through him. That's why he wields such immense power.
Can I help you with something?
Since you asked, I might have a small task for you. I need a few Brimshade hides. There's a project that's been on my mind for a while now, but I've been too busy to go wandering off to hunt them myself.
What kind of project?
If it works, I'll tell you. Right now, it's just theory. I'd rather not jinx it. But if it does work, let's just say that traveling through the Forlorn Swords at night might become a lot safer.
I was expecting something more interesting.
Life isn't always epic tales and giant bones. You asked if I needed help. I told you what I need. It's your call whether to take it or not. Either way, you'll be rewarded.
Brimshades, got it.
Glad to hear it. I've been someone's apprentice most of my life, so I'm not exactly used to asking others for help. I'll be waiting for you here, and so will a little something for your trouble.
I need 3.
I guarantee my armor will protect you, even from the treacherous strikes of the Remors.
Maybe I already have Brim Shades. I do.
It's you. Do you need something?
I got the Brim Shades.
Ah, these are fine. Just what I needed. Here, take this for the trouble. Now that I think of it, I'll need some Frostgrot mucus too, just in case. Might be useful, might not. Either way, it's valuable stuff to keep on hand.
I never heard of Frostgroots.
I'm not surprised. They only live in the Forlorn Swords, in quiet, dark places. Caves, mostly. The Dalrida believe they carry the memories of old sages. That's what we call our druids. They say touching them with your bare hands can lead to madness, though I couldn't tell you if there's any truth to that. But what I do know is they are very useful if you want to make special armor.
Where should I look for them?
I'll mark on your map where I used to hunt them. That's where I'd start, though you might find them elsewhere too. Anywhere the dark's deep enough. I'm not in a rush, but the sooner you bring it, the sooner I can finish my project. We both stand to gain from that.
I need 5.
Farewell. Mather will decide if we meet again.
Let's see. There we go.
It's you. Do you need something?
Got the Frostgrot.
Ah, I imagine not. If I were some magical fellow and died only to become a Frostgrot, I wouldn't be happy either. Thanks for this. It seems my project's tougher than I thought. I only hope what it needs is more ingredients, not more skill. I'm a stone warden. My Ford song ought to be strong enough to handle this, but still, something's off, like I'm missing a piece.
Will you tell me what you're working on?
Ah, fair's fair. You've earned that much. I'm the Stonewarden Brotherhood. There's an unspoken rule. Every brother must create something unique. Not just a fine sword or a sturdy breastplate. Something more. So, I set my sights on forging armor that repels the weirdness. Or if not repels it, at least hides the wearer from weird spawn during night travel.
That's a brilliant idea.
I thought so too. Though lately I've started to doubt whether it's even possible. We Dalrieda don't understand the weirdness like the Picts do. Or the Druids. But the inland folk saw to their extinction long ago. My tribe, on the other hand, isn't very welcoming. So no Pict has set foot near us in years. Even if one did, the Brotherhood would see asking for help as weakness. That's why I need to do this alone.
How's it going?
Honestly, poorly. I've been experimenting with different materials for nearly 30 years. Nothing's worked so far. The best I've managed is armor that deflects thewed magic. I haven't tested it on other mages yet, but maybe it works on them too. Still, magic and the weirdness, they're not the same. They're close, yet entirely separate. This needs a different approach than a simple anti-magic armor.
What else do you need?
I'm thinking the brain of an ice weaver. If I can balance fire, magic, and frost, maybe then the armor will finally do what it's meant to do. But enough talk. We'll see how it goes. If you come across an ice weaver, I'll gladly take its brain off your hands. May strength.
I may have this one too. Okay, I don't have this one yet, so I'll do it later.
I'd offer you my hand, stranger, but with the stone sleep taking me away, I reckon that's not the best idea. Still, I'm glad to see a new face before I leave this world behind, especially someone with such a rare way about them. My name is Noleg. You're the last living soul outside my kin to hear that name.
Do you need any help?
Oh, no. I'm just fine with how things are.
Stone sleep?
Well, I am a stone warden, and by our custom, a day comes when a stone warden begins to slip into the stone sleep. We give ourselves to the ore. Stone our forebears carved through for ages, raising halls and strongholds from its heart. We become yet another monument to the forlorn swords.
I want to know more about stone sleep. Is it painful?
It depends on who you ask. Me, I feel no pain, just peace. I knew what I was signing up for. Every stone warden does. But not all see it the same way. My family passed long ago, so I leave no one behind. But Olaf, he still has his daughter, Fuska. And she's been arguing with Darvan for weeks now, fighting over what should become of her father.
How long does it take?
It's a deeply personal thing, different for everyone. I've known stone wardens who felt the first signs of the stone sleep at dawn, and by the next dusk, they were already searching for the place they'd turned to stone. And I've known others where it took years. There's no rule to it. I don't count the days anymore, but I can feel it's nearly time for me to choose a place for myself.
What about your body? Where will you be when the stone sleep is finished?
When the time draws near, one makes the journey to a place where they wish to fall asleep. And finally, when their body can no longer move or feed itself, their kin tend to them, feeding them, offering water, leaving gifts, and keeping vigil as the sleep takes hold.
About Ulf, Fuska, and Darvnar. Tell me about Ulf.
One of the finest stone wardens I've known. Had a habit of diving headfirst into any hole he spotted underground. Nothing could stop him.
Tell me about Fuska.
Fuska doesn't agree with our tradition. Understandable. She doesn't want to lose her father. But the poor girl doesn't understand that being called to the stone is the highest honor for a stone warden.
Tell me about Darvnar.
Darvan is the leader of the Stone Wardens, and right now, maybe the most important man in the tribe, since Tryggvi's no good for anything anymore.
You said I have such a rare way about me. What do you mean?
You tell me. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's something different about you. They say the stone sleep makes folk more attuned to the rare and unusual things in this world. Seems you carry one of those in you.
You mentioned Thrigve.
Let's not talk nonsense, all right? Farewell, traveller. It was good to see a new face in the Ulfer village. Who knows? Maybe I'll still be around to see your coming bear some fruit.
You're in the Hall of Remembrance, in the seat of the Stone Wardens. My name's Ast. I look after this place. Try not to make noise, or touch anything.
The Hall of Remembrance?
Yes. It's a hall, where symbols of remembrance for our ancestors are kept.
What kind of symbols?
Oh, all sorts. Best if you take a look yourself.
Will you tell me more about Stone Wardens?
You're here, so I probably can't tell you more than you already know.
About Stone Sleep. That's normal here?
Yes.
Will you enter the Stone Sleep too one day?
Very likely. I spend a lot of time near the weird stone.
So it's the contact with weird stone that turns you to stone.
That and weird steel, yes. But it takes time.
So they used to be people?
And they turned into stone, yes.
I suppose some of them were great chieftains and warriors.
They were. As well as master craftsmen.
Like who, for example?
Old Eirg, who was the first to describe the properties of weird steel.
What are those warrior statues standing there?
They're not statues. They're Dilrida, who've entered the Stone Sleep.
Stone Sleep?
The name says it all, really. It's the sleep Dilrida fall into at the end of their lives, when they turn to stone.
Who do those small busts and stone heads represent?
Various Dilrida who earned honor in the Stone Wardens. I don't know if their names will mean anything to you.
Let's find out.
All right. That sculpture is Glimhildir Ironfinger. Ring any bells?
No, can you tell me about her?
She led the Stone Wardens 2 centuries ago. She looked just like that sculpture.
Anything more?
Not much to say. Her rule was long and mostly peaceful.
What exactly do you do here, Ast?
I keep things in order. And I guard this place and the memory of the Stone Wardens' history.
You're Ulfrite, right?
Yes. Though in the Stone Wardens, tribal ties don't matter much. Goodbye.
I wouldn't come any closer if I were you.
Why's that?
Because I said so. And here in the official hall of the Stone Wardens, my word is law. Leave in peace. I'm not granting an audience.
You're not very welcoming to strangers, are you?
Ah, your powers of observation are truly impressive.
Stronner sent me about Thrigve.
Thrigve, that cursed fool. Undead emerged with the Lone Pillar, thinking himself invincible. And perhaps he is, for now. So I guess you want to challenge him to a duel. You cannot defeat him as you are. The Lone Pillar grants him strength beyond mortal flesh. No blade will bite. No armor will hold. Not unless you earn the blessings of the giants. Listen well. To face Thrygva and live, you'll need more than just courage.
What do you mean?
You'll need to forge a weapon. A true marvel. One capable of shattering the Lone Pillar's might. Without it, you're as good as dead. I'll help you forge it. But you'll need to gather the giants' blessings first. They hold all the fragments you'll need.
The blessing of the giants? How do I find them?
What do I look like? A giant keeper? The giants have no love for the likes of us anymore. Their power does not come cheaply. If Stroner sent you, then go back to his hut. His wife might know something useful. Women tend to keep the wisdom their men ignore.
What would she know?
The giants respect bargains, oaths, and stories. Stroner's wife, she knows the old ways of dealing with them.
Why hasn't Stroner told me about his wife?
Stroner keeps her close. Protective, I'd say. Or maybe ashamed. If we're being honest, the Ulfar tribesfolk say she's mad. Perhaps even a liar. Claiming she speaks to giants? You can imagine how that goes over. But mad or not, she knows things the rest of us don't. Don't judge her by their words. Go to her and listen. You might find her madness holds more truth than most men's sanity.
Why do you and Stroner conspire against Thrygva?
Conspire? Ha! Call it what you like. Plotting, scheming, or just doing what needs to be done. Thrygva's not a man anymore. He's a curse on the Ulfar. And curses don't just go away on their own. Stroner and I understand that. If you're wise, you'll understand it too. Someone has to stop him. And it sure as hell won't happen by sitting around.
If it weren't for Thrygva, would the Ulfar clan have joined the Moot?
If it were up to me, I'd vote against it. The Moot waste time dreaming of invading Camelot, while the Dorita crumble from within. We've got greater problems to solve. Fractured tribes, lost traditions, and a dwindling future. Fixing that should come first. Off you go. And thank you for aiding the Ulfar tribe. Well met, traveler. Until...
a stranger among the Ulfr. I don't yet know how to read this omen, but I'll be keeping an eye on you, outsider. Though I'm not sure anything worse than Thrigve could befall us.
Who are you?
My name is Erland. I am the seer of the Ulfr tribe, although it seems few among us have any need for a seer. Folk would sooner put their faith in steel than in me.
What about Thrigve?
I don't know if I should speak about our fall with a stranger, but for some reason you were allowed among us. So you'll have your answer. Thrigve has taken hold of the power of the giants, something no human should ever wield. To surrender oneself to such forces is inhuman. It's a spit in the face of Maether. Man was not meant to meddle with what lies beyond his fate.
You speak of a fall. Why such heavy words right away?
Because that's what it is. Not a trial, not a misstep, a fall. When a man trades his soul for strength not meant for him, he drags more than just himself into the abyss. I had a vision of what would await our tribe if nothing changes. We'd all end up as twisted wretches. The first omen has already come. The red eye. I saw it. It was watching me. Just beyond our village.
The red eye? What do you mean?
Have you ever heard of the Beholders, outsider? They were beings that dwelt deep in the dark beneath the earth. The Four Dwellers made them a promise to lead them out of that darkness. They promised the Beholders they would see the light, so the creatures followed that false light. They trusted the Four Dwellers, and were twisted by the weirdness. They put their faith into something beyond their grasp. I believe Thrigve, reaching for the power of the giants, is doing the same. Placing his trust in the wrong promise.
And?
I saw the red eye of a beholder. If nobody stops them, those abominations will crawl out again and twist us, just as they were once twisted.
Why not ask someone from your own tribe for help?
Because they wouldn't listen. Or they'd say I'm weak, that I've let fear cloud my judgment. Among the Ulfr, doubt is a heavier burden than truth.
I can look into it for you.
Is that so? Then perhaps your arrival can bring more than ill tidings. I saw the red eye on the slopes, just beyond the village, while I was foraging in the snow for roots to use in my rites. I think that's where you should begin your search.
What happened to the Beholders?
After they were infected with the weirdness, the Four Dwellers turned them into weapons. I once read some old Del Rida records, accounts of our ancestors being slaughtered by those foul things during the wars with the Four Dwellers. A terrible fate awaits those who've had any dealings with the giants or the Four Dwellers. The Gunvalder believed that their giants started to awaken and were slaughtered by Camelot. The Thoids gave their faith to a giantess, and they stained themselves with vile magic, turning their backs on the old faith in Maeder. Beware the bad omens.
Omen in flesh. I need my storage. And from the storage, need an amulet that I made. This one. To be able to start a quest. Darvan told me to speak with your wife.
Vigdis? What does she have to do with this?
Darvan says she is in contact with the giants.
Does that old man really believe her ramblings are the will of the giants? Unbelievable. I won't say what I really think about this. If the Master of the Brotherhood believes it, who am I to argue?
Why didn't you mention Vigdis before?
Because I'm protecting her from prying eyes and the superstitions of villagers, that's why. I don't know you. Why would I speak of my wife, accused of madness, to a stranger? For any Dalrita, losing one's mind is like a living death, a shame worse than most can bear. But I love her too much to grant her a good death. If Darvan believes she hasn't gone mad, but instead serves as a bridge between the Ulfr and the giants, then I'll gladly let you speak with her. You'll find her in the locked room. Here's the key.
Awesome. Quickly leave all of this. Okay.
Well met, traveler.
I have this talisman.
A nice piece. I recognize Kavor's design. Is this his way of telling me you're worth my time?
I want to join the Stone Wardens.
And I want peace on Avalon. We all have wishes.
Give me a task, and you'll see what I can do.
Bold and straightforward. Qualities we look for among our own. But there's one problem. You aren't of Dalrita blood, which means the grace of the Stone Dream won't be granted to you. So, I can't admit you to our ranks.
Is there a way for me to become Dalriata?
Our ancient laws say you might, yes, but they're called ancient laws, not simply laws for a reason. If you achieve something great, say a feat of war, The Elder Council might allow you to walk the path, provided someone would stand in as your father. But as I said, it's no old dead law. Our tribes aren't exactly known for their hospitality, let alone naming outsiders as kin.
Has any outsider ever become one of Dalriata?
Once, yes. Camelot had written him off, and he joined the knights that never came. Their tomb lies here, at the Forlorn Swords. He never returned to Camelot because he embraced our ways and chose to stay. No surprise he didn't feel like going back to the capital. Don't fool yourself into thinking you'll repeat his story. He barely completed his path, and not a single one of our women would lie with him. And so, that night's line ended.
Dead law or not, it's still a law.
Well, if you've won Kavor's favor, I'm willing to risk giving you a small task.
What do you need?
To prove your worth to the Stone Wardens, you must find a weird stone vein. I assume you know what it is. It used to be the first task for any prospective member of our Brotherhood. These days, most deposits are depleted, so the task is a bit harder. I can tell you where to start searching. There was once a rich vein in an old mine to the north. It may yet run deeper. We abandoned it a century ago, so I can't say exactly what you'll find inside, but I can guarantee you'll find something. And on that note, if I were you, I'd bring my best weapon. Until next time.
Awesome. Omen in Flesh. Call of the Winter Moon is there. Main quest is there. I'll start with Rise the Mountain. Face the storm.
Who goes there? Is it you, Fusca?
I'm a friend of the tribes. Who might you be?
I'm Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stone Warden's Brotherhood. It's rare I meet anyone from outside the tribes. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world is limited. And now, as you can see, I'm here to stay. So tell me, what brings you to us? Or perhaps you prefer I share some wisdom instead.
I'm seeking King Arthur's crown.
If that's true, then you carry a great burden, and an even greater danger follows you. Perhaps it's for the best that I won't live to see the day you decide to pass through the gate. The old stories about the one who claims the crown are grim. Even among the Stone Wardens, we don't speak of them often.
What do you mean?
The eldest brothers say that whoever dares claim the crown and steps through the gate will bring calamity upon Avalon. What kind of calamity? No one knows. Or perhaps no one wants to say. That's all I can tell you. I hope they're just old tales. But if not, I hope you return whole. I've grown to like you. It's been ages since I've had such a long conversation.
What happened to you?
Nothing happened. This is the process of stone sleep. It's my choice. I've chosen to leave this world on my own terms, surrounded by my brothers. The men you see here, frozen in time, are my kin. Each of them embraced the sleep, just as I do now. I know our customs may seem strange to outsiders, but trust me, there's no greater honor for a Stone Warden than to merge with the land we've served.
Stone sleep?
I forget sometimes. Those outside the tribes don't know our ways. It's no secret, so I'll tell you. Stone sleep is how we unite with the land we've worked and protected. It's the highest honor. A chance to become one with the soil that sustained us. We believe it grants a kind of immortality.
Tell me about Stone Wardens.
We are the noblest of orders, forged from the strongest miners and smiths. Our history goes back to the earliest days of the Dal Riata in the Forlorn Swords. We serve the land and its hidden treasures. Only the most skilled and devoted are welcomed among us. There's no room for aimless wanderers. We're born of the land, sustained by it, and in the end, we return to it. That's why we embrace the stone sleep.
Do you think I could become a full member of the Stone Warden Brotherhood?
We've never accepted anyone who isn't Dal Riata. Not in living memory, anyway. Darvan sticks to traditions like moss on stone. So don't hold your breath. That said, the world's changing. Not necessarily for the better, just shifting. Like the ground beneath our feet is moving, and we can't stop it. We used to say, the world will end before we let outsiders into our ranks. Maybe we cursed ourselves with those words. Don't take it personally if Darvan decides to make an exception for you. I trust his judgment. And if he does, the rest of the Brotherhood will fall in line.
You mentioned Fusca. Who's that?
She's my daughter. A brave young woman who worries about me a great deal. She stops by every now and then to tend to my stone-bound body. A good girl. Though, if you ask me, she worries far too much. I'm not dying, after all. I'm simply entering the stone sleep. And that's far better than dying.
This guy previously was inside the Stone Warden house. Now they moved him here. Perched cave. Going in. silencer. Hitting a target has 5% chance to stagger it. Ancient Beholder. Grandma's Power Milk. Increases stamina regen, restores health.